Hello everybody, welcome back to another video here on the channel. Today I am in Norwich. I am at the City of Norwich Aviation Museum. I'm very excited to come here. I wanted to come here for a little while. We are literally right next to Norwich Airport, so that was quite exciting driving through there. But yeah, we are about 5 miles or so from Norwich City Centre, and we are here today to look at some aeroplanes. I'm a big fan of aeroplanes. I don't know that much about aeroplanes, like the different makes, models, that kind of thing. So it's going to be a learning experience for me as well. And if I do get anything wrong, please do correct me in the comments section down below. But without any further ado, let's get inside and let's show you around. There's a nice, great big car park before we get in. And it's just up here. So we are in. And I'm just having a lovely conversation with the staff here. Just letting them know that I'm just filming today and showing you guys around. But yeah, this, like I say, it's not very far from Norwich at all, actually. It's only around a 5-mile drive. And I've never been here before, so I was very excited to get down here. Lots of really cool artifacts. Of course, we'll show you the big planes in a little while. But I thought, you know what? I am off today. Nothing really to do. So I thought, well, why not make a little YouTube video? And this looks just lovely in here. As I say, I'm into planes. I like planes a lot, but I don't know very much about them. So very excited to see what we have here and what it's about. There are some really cool artifacts in here. So the staff here have been really knowledgeable as well, and they're really friendly. So yeah, this is amazing in here. We've got a uniform here from Squadron Associate Member Bobby Moore. Bobby Morley, even, should I say? Morley? Morby, even. Morby. I can't get my words together today. You know what? I'd love to do something like Airfix and making models, but I don't have the patience at all. Do they? There's a little button thing here. I don't know what they do. If they do anything, I'm not sure. Oh, that lights up that makes a lot of sense. Okay, so these are the different bases they have in and around the area. Obviously, if you're watched from the Great Yarmouth videos, they're there. We're obviously in Norwich, and I believe Horsham and St Faith is exactly where we are. Yeah, and obviously goes all the way to King's Lynn and Cromer, Fakenham. This is quite cool. They've got a free kids quiz. I feel like the kids would be better at these quizzes than I would. But there we go. Oh, wow. That is absolutely massive. So we've got lots of really awesome things around here. The first air war from World War One. If you know anything about me and know anything about my channel, I absolutely love history. So this is just brilliant. There's an autograph book here, found in a jumble sale, signed by members of the Flying Corps 1917. That's awesome. That is just awesome. That is really awesome. Love that. Lots more models here. Look at the state of these propellers. They are massive. Absolutely huge. And this here is a cylinder air-cooled radius piston engine. Try saying that a few times after you've had a beer. That is amazing. That is really cool. And that's what it came out of. Really cool. Like, it's just so cool. So big as well, and so like powerful. That's the thing I think I love about airplanes, is they're just so powerful and just so you can't sort of grasp, you know, the concept. I find it really difficult to grasp the concept of flying, because essentially you're in a tin can in the air. I know how the physics works, or at least I have an understanding how the physics works, but it is just quite crazy. Yeah, really nice. The RAF in Norfolk from 1938 to 45, this bit here. Loads of information and loads of things to read and see. More models and bits down here. Really, really awesome. Really, really cool. I've realised I say cool and awesome a lot in these videos, so don't at me in the comment section. And we have got a military Jeep here. I'm not sure what year this would have been, but this is just splendid. Would have been used in the Pacific. World War II veteran. So it's a World War II Jeep. That is brilliant. This one is the 458th Bomb Group from Horsham St Faith. And we've got an original jacket there and the boots. And that's what they would have flown. Nicknamed the Beast. Love that. I love the sort of scary face on the front there as well. That's really, really cool. More exhibition here. I'll tell you what though, this plane here reminds me, if you are of a certain old generation, or my generation, the Come Fly With Me plane. Can you remember that? Remember that TV show with the dog and the lady? It reminds me of that. Very, very good. And this is actually going under some restoration. But really, that's just, yeah, I wouldn't want that being fired at you if you're in the sky. 86 Squadron even, tie. Yeah, this is really big in here. RAF Scuttlethorpe. And through this door is the aircraft fighter tea room. Okay, we are outside. Nice little tea room in there. I do just want to say a massive, massive thank you to the City of Norwich Aviation Museum for allowing me to film this video. Generally speaking, I don't tend to ask permission for these things, but because it is such a small little museum and things, I kind of thought it was appropriate just to say, hey, just a heads up, I am planning to record a YouTube video today, and they were more than accommodating. Obviously, they just said that we're not allowed to film any of the staff or the volunteers or obviously any other members of the public, which, you know what, is absolutely fine. That is generally the vibe that I try and go for anyway. I just wanted to mention as well that it was £9 for an adult to come in here today, which, you know what, in today's climate for a tourist attraction is absolutely fantastic value for money. We've obviously been in the first building there where the reception was, and we're now outside. I'm sat underneath this absolutely huge aeroplane wing, and to give you a little bit of context, the airport runway is literally just over there. In fact, there's a helicopter just taken off from the airport, which, you know, I mean, Norwich is not the greatest and the biggest airport in the world by any stretch, but that is very, very awesome that that is just there. So yeah, I think I'm going to have a walk around this area here outside. There's another little tent over there with different bits. There's a tent behind me as well. Going to grab myself a cup of tea. I've got my camera, so I'm going to take some pictures as well. And yeah, this is just a really, really nice day out. And I, so far, would recommend this to you. And I think I'm going to have a lovely time here. If you are enjoying the video, please do subscribe down below. We are very, very close to hitting 1,000 subscribers. We are en route to hitting 1,000. And if you haven't already, just check that you are. Hit the subscribe button down below. It is free to do, and it would help me out massively. Thanking you very much indeed. Just to give you all some context, that is the radio tower for Norwich Airport over there, just over side of that road, and the runway is just over there as well. Really, really close. Really cool spot. Really, really cool spot. And of course, we've got all these gorgeous, lovely planes to look at as well. Having a really, really good time here so far, and I'm going to show you some of these now. I'm going to be honest, it might be difficult to get the scope of some of these planes in on this camera because I'm not great with using this gimbal, and also just the sheer size of these beautiful beautiful things is very, very hard to convey on camera. So my advice is get yourself down here and check it out. So we're going to start off with the English Electric Lightning FMK 53, sorry. Yeah, as I say, I'm not massively knowledgeable about the different planes and all the kind of the marks, makes and models, but I'm very, very impressed with all the different things they have here on display. And this looks just incredible. I mean, look at the size of that ballistic. It is massive. And, you know, I think the size of these things is not to be underestimated at all. It's really, really impressive. Really, really impressive indeed. Like, it sounds strange, but just even like the wingspan of this thing, so impressive. And you know what? You will probably never ever really in an active airport get this close to these aircraft. So it's very cool that places like this exist where you can do that. Yeah, the sheer size of these things is just magnificent. It genuinely is. And it's a really bright day outside as well. And we've got a busy road to contend with. So I don't know how well you can hear me, how well you can see me, but I think it should be fine for the video. I've got the mic on and stuff, so. But yeah, this is just fantastic. Just fantastic, this is. If you are an aviation fan, or just a fan of planes and kind of military stuff, I highly suggest you get yourself down here. Very, very good. And like I say, for £9 for an adult, you genuinely cannot go wrong. And like I say, it's only about a 5-10 minute drive from the centre of Norwich, not very far at all. Maybe a little bit more actually, but really not that far. And also they do tours of the aircraft as well. So and that they are £3.50 for an adult to get tours of certain aircrafts, which again in today's day and age is such a bargain. You would not get that experience that cheap in most places. I think it's really good value. So this was retired in '81. Just some information about the aircraft you've just been looking at there. If you want to pause the screen or pause the video even to read that, you can. But yeah, absolutely fantastic. In fact, we've got a helicopter just taking off there. I don't know how well, if at all, you can see that on the screen, because I've only got a tiny little screen on this camera. There we go, that is just fantastic. Up next, we have got a Lockheed T-33A, and it arrived at the museum in '86. There we go. So it's quite a does it arrive? Yeah, it arrived in the museum in '86. Yeah, so the museum's been going for a little while. But yeah, I just think this is amazing. I genuinely think this is a really good, well worth your time day out to come here to the City of Norwich Aviation Museum. And I couldn't be more complimentary, genuinely, about the staff as well. The staff and the volunteers have been so wonderful. You know, they said to me that obviously they don't want to appear on film, which is absolutely fair enough. But any questions I had, they said just to ask them. So yeah, really good. I mean, it's not going to do it justice, the size of some of these aircraft. This is a comparison to me to this absolutely monstrous aircraft behind me. I'm going to show you that in more detail in a minute as I do sort of a loop round. But yeah, just a size comparison, if you will. It's amazing. I'm having the best time. This is so good. This one here is the Hawker Hunter FMK 51. First flew in '56 and delivered to the Danish Air Force. Yeah, and it was also arrived at the museum in 1995. So there we go. You know what, I'd love to get more plane content on the channel. This is the first museum I've done from somewhere like this. We've got one quite close to Bungay, which is the Norfolk and Suffolk Aviation Museum. Again, if you'd like me to see a video from there, let us know down below. Got a light aircraft just taking off up there from Norwich. This is a plane spotting dream to be here. I mean, I'm not a plane spotter. I'm more of a train than I am a plane spotter, but and I'm not even a train spotter really. But just being this close to the airport is fantastic. But I mean, I'm standing underneath the wing of this aircraft, and good grief, it is big. You know, you wouldn't get this anywhere else. Genuinely, this level of access, you know, is unprecedented, and that's inside of the engine there. What it looks like, and you know, I'm amazed when I go on holiday. You know, when I go on a Ryanair or an EasyJet, just being in and around planes is such a cool thing, because, like I say, it genuinely astounds me how these great big aircrafts get up in the air and stay up in the air and get us where we need to be safely. And of course, if you're using it for military stuff as well, keeping us safe as well, it's amazing. I'm genuinely kind of astounded and blown away by how awesome and how cool this is. You know what, I didn't actually mention previously in this video that there used to be the Lowestoft Air Show, and being from near Lowestoft, I used to absolutely love going to the Lowestoft Air Show. And you know what, there's something maybe we could do on the channel, going to an air show or something like that. I know there's a few of them around the country, but yeah, who remembers the Lowestoft Air Show? Let us know in the comment section down below. And were you at the air show where the Harrier jump jet crash landed in the sea, or at least fell out of the sky into the sea? Because I was on the beach that day, and I remember turning to my dad and saying to him, "Dad, is that meant to happen?" And he sort of looked at me and gone, no son, they don't generally tend to ditch planes in the sea. But very, very good memories with my family at the Lowestoft Air Show. And we have here a Sepcat Jaguar GR MK1. Really, really nice. I really like the, again, not sure if this is the correct term for planes. I really like the livery of this, the green and kind of the different symbols and stuff is really cool. Again, the size of that, you know, that shell is just, you do not want that dropping on you or your house or anywhere in your general vicinity. Absolutely crazy. Really, really, really impressive. I don't know how well what you can actually see on the screen right now because the sun is bright, but really, really good. Again, just try and give you a different perspective of those weaponry on there. It's just awesome. This is just so unbelievably cool. Oh, bit of duck underneath. Up next, we've got Air UK Royal Mail. This is a Fokker F27200 Friendship. Well, that's quite nice. Airplane first flew in '62 before delivering to Nippon Airways, I think that says. Yeah, and it's been the aircraft was repainted free of charge by the resident specialist air livery in 2015. Really, really cool. Again, if I've butchered any of the pronunciation, any of the dates on these things, I do apologise. I'm not an aviation guy. Like, I don't know all the stats and the statistics and the makes, the models, but I am trying my best to bring you some awesome content today. And if you are enjoying the content, please do subscribe, as I've already said, as we are en route to hitting 1,000 subscribers. It's just, I can't believe, and you know, we can, you know, I don't know how interesting that is, or how well you can even see that, but inside of, you know, where the wheels go, it's just such a cool thing that we can get this close to these aircraft. And up next, we've got this lovely little Diddy aircraft. I'm just going to find out the facts, the figures, and the data for this little one. I'm not even going to try and pronounce that. I'm just going to show you There we go. First built in '62 and registered to the London Aero Club initially before joining the Norfolk and Norwich Aero Club in the second half of '63. There we go. And it's flown for 4,832 hours. There we go. You can actually see inside the cockpit there. Not much space. That is my guesstimation on there. Not much space. Very comfortable though. Very comfy looking seats. It reminds me of like you know, old bus seats on coaches. You used to go on school trips and things. We've got this one up here, which is a Piper Pa 250 Aztec. I really like the colour of this. It's a very nice colour. Very nice colour. I like the sort of purple. I want to say sort of purpley violet and the white. I think it's quite a striking colour. Really like that. A name I do actually recognise, a Cessna 401A. I do recognise a Cessna. I don't know why, whether it's from a film or like this, I've seen it in films and stuff. I'm not sure, but I do recognise the name of this type of aircraft. Again, like the colour and the livery on this one. Really, really nice. Cessna produced a range 6 to 12 seat light aircraft, twin engine, between 66 and 85. Could achieve 266 miles per hour and height of almost 27,000 feet with a range of 1,400 miles. This example was built in '69 and has flown 5,000 hours by the time of 1991 and has not flown since. So 91 was the last time this flown. Well, it's got flown. I'm not sure what the correct way of saying that is. But really, really awesome. And we've got this one here. I'm just going to do a backward shot for this one. And I'll show you around the front in a minute. But just to give you a sense of the wingspan on this. Absolutely massive. So this one is called a Piper PA 3 twin Comanche. I'm not too sure how you say that. 46 seater, twin engined, built 61 to 72, and has achieved speeds of 205 miles an hour and a height of 20,000 feet with a range of 1,200 miles. That is just really, really awesome. Love that. Okay, so this is the really big one. It's actually got a name above the cockpit window of Brenda. So I don't know if that's the nickname for this absolutely wonderful aircraft. It is huge. It's hard to comprehend on the video how big this thing is, but absolutely incredible. And like I say, we've got some more aircrafts we've just seen this way, but the wingspan on this thing is insane. Absolutely insane. A size comparison, if you like, of this thing is words actually fail me. It's called a Hawker Siddeley Nimrod. Some information there as well, should you want to read it, if I can get my gimbal to focus and do the right thing. As I say, my interest in the aircrafts comes pretty much, not exclusively, but majoritively from the military planes. And this one here just looks incredible. Really, really awesome. This one's part of a private ownership. Obviously may have been just stored here at the museum and obviously for people to enjoy, which is really nice. And of course, we started off our walk through this area underneath the wing of this absolute beast. But yeah, as I say, the camera does not do it justice at all, the sheer size of this thing. It is monstrous. But yeah, really, really good. Really, really impressive. Just, I can't, I just can't get over the size of it, man. You know, oh my days. Seal underneath here as well. How unprecedentedly cool. So cool, and so just it's genuinely just impressive. I can't. It's not often I'm lost for words with these things. This is the Falcon. It is one of their sort of flagship bits, if you like, of aircraft. They're one of their main attractions, and you can see why. Absolutely insane. Even when you come to literally the furthest point I can away from it, the camera does not do it justice how big that aircraft is. Incredible. What an incredible museum. So let's go have a look in here. Oh wow. Lots of different... The smell in here is incredible. It smells like sort of diesel and engines and mechanics. Really cool. We've got more aircraft here. So this museum, for £9 that I paid to get in here, absolutely incredible value for money. Really is. You can get up here and do the steps, but you need to get museum staff, which I'm not going to do on this occasion, just because I don't want to disturb anyone. I just want to make the least amount of disturbance as possible while filming this. And I feel like I've done that so far so well. So this is part of their purpose-built workshop to create, preserve and restore our exhibitions and displays. Obviously they rely very heavily on donations, which I have donated as well as bought a ticket for today, because I think it's important to show your support for these things. So that pretty much concludes the main area of the museum. I'm going to go grab myself a cup of coffee. So if you are a regular viewer, you know coffee is essential on this channel. So I'm going to go do that. Got some more bits through here. I did have my coffee, and my coffee was delicious and really quite reasonable as well. Really good. As I said already multiple times in this video, this whole museum cost me £9 to get into, which is just such good value in my opinion. Really worth coming to. Really worth checking out. Well, these are very cool. So this is all like the different lighting and stuff. That's the thing, there's so many different things that you don't really think about when it comes to airports. There we go. Or at least I don't think about, generally speaking. I mean, look at this, man. The sheer size of that engine is just incredible. We've got this area out here as well. Oh, back into the sunshine. It just goes on and on, this museum. So up here we've got the RAF Coltishall display room. Lots of pictures and displays. Oh, this is quite cool. It's like a movie playing there. And I've got the airport style seating. That's really cool. Or the airline seating, should I say, not airport. Yeah, this is amazing in here. Really awesome. Wow. That is one scary fellow. This must be all, like, say, the World War stuff. Oh, wow. This is so cool. One of the Children's gas mask, civilian gas mask. How terrifying it must have been back in the war. Blackouts. The air raid precautions. Norwich at war. Display under construction.
There you are. Exactly who Lewis. I've lost everyone.
All the different Russian crater bombs. Different bombs of all shapes, size and destruction, unfortunately. So this one here is a 500-pound high explosive bomb fitted to the Jaguar aircraft, can be found in the car park. Mental, absolutely mental, but so cool. The shells, absolutely crazy. Crazy. The tail fin from a 1,000-pound, 500-kilo hard bomb used the type in the Falkland Islands, is used by the Falcon aircraft. Man, insane, absolutely insane. What do we have in here? Oh wow, I remember these computers. This used to be the old flight simulator they used to have used on these computers. That's crazy. Oh wow. Look at this. This would have been flight sim they would have used. That's crazy. All the different dials and buttons. Like I said, I've got such mad respect for pilots because so many buttons, so many things that could potentially go wrong, but often don't, but just crazy impressive. And they've actually got an old air raid shelter, or a replica of what an air raid shelter would have been like. So let's go take a look in here. Oh wow, it is cramped in there. Double bunk beds, small table. Wow, that is, I mean, it smells foisty as hell in there as well. That is crazy. And to think, bombs will be dropping all around you and that be your only source of protection is a crazy concept to think about in 2025. Mental. Reconnaissance in the RAF. Ooh. So 100 years of tactical reconnaissance. Origins starting in 1914. Going all the way through to the present day. So that's actually a camera in there. That's very awesome. I'm making a conscious effort not to say cool so much. Infrared line scan camera module. Wow. All the different film pictures for the reconnaissance they used to do on a 70mm aerial film during the Cold War. back where we started. So it's time to wrap up this vlog, which I'm going to do outside. I'm just going to say a big thank you to the staff here again on the video. I'm going to do it off camera as well because they have been absolutely fantastic. So yeah, going to wrap up the vlog outside now. So there we have it, City of Norwich Aviation Museum. Absolutely fantastic. Couldn't be more friendly staff, couldn't be more helpful. The exhibitions are fantastic, so many things to read about and learn and see, and I really hope you have enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for the support on the channel. As I say, 1k incoming, and thank you to the staff there who have been absolutely fantastic at looking after me this morning. Going to edit the video now as soon as I can. It'll be up on the channel, obviously, as you're watching it. So yeah, we will see you in the next one. Until then, be good, be kind, and we'll see you very soon. Bye bye.